Alright, so it's been long anticipated, the coming of a new fort. I've since looked back on YouTube. I've seen what has become of the forting community. You know, stuff like clickbaiters and such. So I've decided to start a new series, and this time in the safety of my chain link fence, where those little assholes who, you know, destroy my other fort. They weren't little kids too, they're like teenagers pooping in it and stuff. They can't get it because, well, then they'd be trespassing, and I have a no trespassing sign over there because someone recently broke into the yard once. But anyways, in this video, this is going to be the first whole video, I guess, in quite a while. I think since last year, something like that. You know, a lot's changed. I'm back in my yard. This is actually the third hole I've dug in my yard. The other two, there's one right there, which is that patch of grass, and the other is behind my cornfield with the scarecrow. But, you know, I got my base of operations, you know, a sleeping mat. It stays perfectly dry under here. Like, trust me, that mat is dry. Dry as a bone. Just absolutely dry. That's not water. This here is a forge I'm trying to make. I may make a video on that sometime. These are mud bricks. A much better way of using the dirt that comes out of this hole rather than just, you know, piling up like right next to it. Just an eyesore. I mean, already have this big mud slick, but, you know, that'll get mashed down, become pavement. A nice little paved walkway. You know, you got a little bit of a pond happening in here. But that's no big deal, you know? Just put a little irrigation tunnel. Oh shit. I hear FEMA. They're coming for me. Alright, well anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the whole video. So, it's lit right now. Anyways, yeah, it's actually kind of the opposite. It's raining. Like, literally, right as I got my gloves on, it starts to rain. And, you know, rain and video cameras do not mix very well. And, you know, especially if it's a pretty expensive video camera. Well, to me it is, you know. $75 for a freaking camera. That's a rip-off! No, that's actually a pretty good deal. But, you know, right now I'm just gonna blabber about shit that I'm doing around here. I guess in common terms, you know, those mud bricks, those are pretty cool. Yeah, muddy. Well, what I am using, the material is just, you know, dirt from the hole. Any dirt really works. It doesn't have to be clay or anything like that. You could just grind up some leaves or get some grass or pine needles, as I did here, because I got big old pine trees in my front yard. But, you know, you mix that and you get those. Got a brick mold over there. Not too hard. It's actually kind of fun. It's like, you know, putting those things together, and especially making something like this little forge slash furnace thing. That's like Legos, you know? It's like playing with Legos. It's pretty fun. But, you know, I got this. I'm gonna, like, install some bellows because I kind of like to blacksmith, and I kind of want to. Haven't been able to because I can't really get anything with enough airflow to make it hot. You know, I'm just sort of doing this like a Japanese design where they have it blowing from the side. Drip of water. Okay, well, anyways, that little hole there, if you are following from my, you know, previous season of digging a hole, I really enjoy eating Slim Jims, and I really enjoy eating cooked Slim Jims because they have a bit of a greasy, burnt flavor. They're actually pretty good. You should try them. Delicious. Would rate 10 out of 10. But, you know, I got this for cooking Slim Jims, specifically Slim Jims. That stuff about bull about blacksmithing, nonsense. This is like a specified hole for cooking the Slim Jims on. And if you're having like a big cookout, you just roll them all right there, and they stay in the center and cook. Pretty cool idea, isn't it? And how this thing works, you see how it's got the chimney? What happens is, when a fire burns in there, the oxygen, let's take it from the side view, would get sucked into there, and then the smoke would come out through the side of this little hole or the chimney, either way, drawing the oxygen in and blowing the carbon dioxide, monoxide, other shit like that out, and then blowing it right under here into my little hobo fort. It's a pretty ingenious plan. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty good. Can't really make a fire to show you guys right now because, you know, it's wet, very moist, you know, and it's just not really all too good, not very good, you know, if you got water everywhere. Just one sort of downside to doing this in the wet season of Tennessee, which honestly though is better than doing it in January like my previous season and stuff, where it's freezing cold and it's absolute hell out. Well, absolute, I don't know, because since hell isn't cold, opposite hell, well, would be heaven. Since absolute not heaven or hell outside during January and it's freezing cold, gets down to like 14 degrees in the mornings. You know, you can't really do shit because, you know, your fingers are frozen off, your ears are, your noses. These are all actually plastic limbs. Had to get them replaced, like Michael Jackson. This actually comes off every so often. Have to super glue it on. But, you know, and then, you know, it's like in the summer, you gotta deal with mosquitoes, and the humidity. But the mosquitoes are the worst part about it. Which is why I'm doing this right now in the rainy season. I'm going to do this into the winter, of course, but which is also part of the rainy season, but, you know, who cares? It just doesn't have, it's the non-mosquito seasons mainly, because all the mosquitoes freeze to death because of such harsh climates we have here in Tennessee. But anyways, you know, I'm out here digging when it is dry. Every so often we get a couple weeks where it doesn't rain absolutely whatsoever, and this place becomes a desert. But, you know, for the time being, I'm waiting for it to stop raining so I can go over there, work on the hole, and hopefully provide you all with a video. Right now, rain does actually seem to be letting up. My prayers have been answered by the ancient aliens! Alright, let's get to that digging. Monster! Shit, damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, these things smell like fucking turtle breath and ass. Good God. Ugh, the lament of a hole digger. Alright, so let's get to digging this hole. Yeah, fun. God. Hear that squish? That's the sound. This is what happens when you put water in the hole. Miserable. Just disgusting, and it stinks. It smells like poop. Trash pickaxe. Mainly I got the pickaxe to get rid of rocks. Got a big old rock here. I bet you guys want to see this. Big old pain in my ass. Get out of my hole. Good Lord, this thing is huge. Alright. So, yeah, there's that. Well, anyways, yeah, pretty cool. In recent times, aka mainly today, I decided to, you know, watch some videos on YouTube about hole digging, you know, just to get myself motivated to dig this hole, because honestly it's been pretty damn boring around here, and you know, that sort of stuff makes me depressed. Then I don't feel like digging a hole, which is one of the main reasons I haven't done any like videos, because I've just been so damn depressed, dealing with anxiety and shit. It sucks, I hate it. But anyways, yeah, watching YouTube, and man, boy, something for me to bitch about is how, you know, you type something in the search bar and you end up, like, I don't know, for example, type underground fort building or digging an underground fort. All you get is maybe, like at the top, 5 or 6 whole videos on how to dig forts by like various people. Me, some other random kids on there who feel like doing the same shit, and just other people in general. And then let me get a better shovel for scooping this stuff out. Whew. After those videos, you get crap like how to dig a underground fort in Minecraft. But you know, Minecraft has become a little bit less popular, and so, you know, people don't really make those videos anymore. That's how I used to find it. Now, get stuff like underground survival bunkers and prepping for like planet Narubu crashing into the world or whatever. Which honestly, if a planet crashed into the Earth, your little underground fort ain't gonna do much of anything for you. But then, you know, you got that sort of stuff. But then, the most prolific thing of all that I've noticed, and I've even checked it out, is a clickbaiter. Big ol' clickbaiter. Yep. I checked out his channel, and, you know, a bunch of clickbait. I'm not going to name names, but the videos do consist of box forts. Now, I'm not saying he's copying of people digging holes or making forts. It's just a thing. He's capitalizing on, you know, a select group, which are kids who like to dig holes, kids who like to build tree houses, things like that. But anyways, boy, what makes him a clickbaiter is I looked at some of his videos. First, it's just how to make a box fort. How to make a box fort that floats. How to make a box fort in snow. How to make a box fort helicopter that actually flies. And yes, this is a video that he made. Oh, how would a helicopter be a box fort at the same time? And how could it fly? Gee, I have no clue. He uses magic. But anyways, yeah. So I looked down further. More clickbait. It's even worse. Video game clickbait. Minecraft clickbait. Using pictures of sexy girls in the videos. Clickbait. Boy, has YouTube gone to shit. Now, I'm not gonna sit here completely bitching about YouTube and being all cynical about it, because like half of the other people on the website, because damn, you can't go anywhere, especially 2 years ago you couldn't, without someone complaining about how broken it was, complaining about how it was just as broken as my wonderful country. But anyways, on good moments of YouTube, I've seen some recovery. It's actually getting a bit okay. Monetization wise, it's not. It's still pretty shit in that stance, but who cares? I don't do these videos to make money. I just do them just to entertain people, keep them, you know, keep kids' dreams alive. Because damn, when I was in 4th grade, I sure wish there were a lot more hole digging channels, and better ones too. Not saying that people who are starting out are bad. You're just starting out. You gotta get better. Trust me, my videos were shit once upon a time. Then they became the shit. But yeah, aside from that, don't want to toot my own horn because that's fucking asshole. But anyways, yeah, I've seen YouTube recovering, and you know, videos have been, well, like I've been finding more diversity. You know, more videos that aren't just completely clickbait, but there's still a lot of that, which is pretty fun. Because, you know, it's not just, oh boy, this is pretty fun, then you click it and it's just, you know, disappointing. Like, I don't know, thing blows up in house, catches on fire, ambulance and cops called. When in reality, some kid just knocks over a candle in his living room and his mom screams at him. Ugh. And then, boy, well, I tell you what, that dude, Primitive Survival, he's got it's kicking over there. His videos are pretty damn cool. He's like making huts, making like sandals, catching crawdads. He's even freaking making iron out of ore in the ground and bacterial colonies, which are pretty cool. So, and like, pretty fun to read the comments too, because everyone in them is like, boy, can't wait till this guy can just be, next video, bet you he'll be making a sword. That's pretty cool, you know? Creativity flourishes where stupidity does as well. Alright, so while I was digging, I came across this huge chunk of limestone in there. And what I found that works best for it, because this is limestone, if you have limestone, you know that it's a very soft material. So, God, would you stop, dog? Ugh! Alright, well anyways, I have this hatchet here. It's just sort of old, rusty, kind of junky. It's made of steel too, so it doesn't really bend too much when you hit it on the rock. It actually cuts through the rock just like you're cutting a piece of wood. No, but you know, this thing's pretty big. You see right there, that's where I chopped it off. There's probably more under there. But underneath of it, if you look here, it's like all this sand. And it's really weird. What's really weird about it is it's kind of like rust colored, and it's a bit held together, so it's kind of compact too. So it might have iron in it, but you know, can't really do much with it right now. I'm just gonna set it aside, try to see if I can turn it into anything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I've gotten some rocks in here because this is in my backyard, and there's a lot of rocks in my yard. Very stony, you know. I guess when the earth was forming right here, you could say it got really stoned. Well, anyways, I found something really good. A good digging tool for these, like limestone, is this hatchet. Because if you look closely, it doesn't get too dull. And it doesn't really have to be all too sharp. You know, it doesn't have to be razor sharp to cut through this stuff. It just has to have an edge. And, you know, smack the hell out of it. Damn. But, you know, you could, you know, hit at it and it'll break eventually. Or you can turn it to the other side and just clobber it. And boom. Boom. Very good. you could pop off a little chunk, and there you have it. Piece of stone. Just like Minecraft. Alright, let's have a montage of this. This kind of looks like a leg or something. Probably didn't show all the rest of the rocks. Dang it. You see, big old rock broken into like a bunch of pieces by a hatchet and a mattock. That's some next level stuff right there. Whew. Because you could sit there and beat the hell out of it with your fists all day like you do in Minecraft. And unlike Minecraft, you're never going to break through it. Whew. Plus, I'll use all this stone later when building walls or things like that in the fort and around the fort, which will be pretty interesting too. Okay, so I'm coming out here to the fort. It's the next day and I've worked on it a bit. I've also named it Cock House. So this is about how deep it's gotten so far. It looks to be about 4 feet. But yeah, I've gotten the big old stones I've dug out so far and just laying them across. I'm going to do it just for the upper half. And I'm going to put dirt on it so that sort of, I guess maybe, well, for one, makes it a bit deeper, and for two, sort of protects it from the weather a bit more. I don't know. It'll help the rain basically slide off and stay out of the hole. But, you know, I've been doing that. Got the wheelbarrow full. That thing is heavy. You know, just general stuff. And, yeah, made some charcoal, and I've drawn all over those boards for the Cock House. And, yeah. So, next episode, I'm going to try to dig it a bit deeper. And I'm probably going to get to do that. It's probably going to be next week too. So yeah. See you all in the next video.